Hello, this is Mr. Agbamu Idonogrene. You are welcome to Thursday's class, 15th of January 2026. All right, let's go straight and do the work for today. So today in our class, you can see I started with this classwork, which became assignment for us. I did the solution of this classwork in class. I marked the few students that were able to get it. That was done. So what I want to do now, I want to solve this same question, explain it clearly for you to understand it, because some of us still have issues with understanding word problem. Okay, let's go straight. So this is number one question. Let me create a new page. Let me put each of the questions in a new page so that it will be easy for us to understand. I'll just copy number one, put it on a new slide, solve it easily so that we get it clear. So let's do that and start the solution. All right, so this is the first question. That is the number one of this question. So this is the first one. Now let's solve it. I told us in class that when we are solving word problem, let's always follow the question sentence by sentence or clause by clause. We don't need to read all through the question before solving it. Now to solve this number one, start by reading this first line. Let's see. It says a number is subtracted from 3. That means there is a number present. We now take 3 from it. That means this number, take it out of 3. That means if this is 3, take a letter out of it. Let's assume the letter is P. You can use any letter for the letters. That means a number P is subtracted from 3. So that is the first interpretation in this first line. Then the next line now says the result is multiplied by 4. So since this answer of 3 minus P is multiplied by 4, use bracket and interpret it. That is bracket. You put your 4 outside the bracket and you now say and the answer is 8. You put equals to 8. So that is all with this one. So by understanding how to get the mathematical statement, you can get the answer to this. So to solve this, you remove the bracket by doing 4 multiplied by 3, then 4 multiplied by P, which will end up having 12 minus, then 4 times P will give you 4P. All right. So by the time you get your 4P equals to 8, you will now collect your like terms. You can collect like term by taking the term that does not have P to one side, or you take the term with P to the other side. So to make it easy for me, I would prefer to take minus 4P to the other side, then bring 8 to this side. So if positive 8 cross to this side, it will become negative 8. Then if negative 4P crosses to this other side, it will become positive 4P. So that is this. Now to end this solution, we do 12 minus 8 to give us 4, then equals to 4P. Then the next thing is to divide both sides by P. By the time you divide both sides by 4, which will end up giving us 4 all over 4. And 4 over 4 will end up equals to P. Now 4 will cancel out 4. That is 1. So therefore P is equals to 1. So that is the answer to this number 1 question. So let's go to number 2 question. Now this is the second question from that classwork. It says a number is subtracted from 7. So this question is similar to the first one. So if a number is taken out of 7, that means 7 is already present minus, we can use x as the letter. So a number is subtracted from 7. That means this is the number x. Take it out of 7. That is 7 minus x. Now the result is multiplied by 3. So you put bracket. 3 should be outside the bracket like this, telling you that it's multiplying the answer of 7 minus the number. And they said the answer is 6. You now say it's equals to 6. So by the time you get this interpretation very well, you should be able to solve this question by doing 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times x will give us 3x, then equals to 6. Then the next thing is to collect like terms. 3x will cross over, leaving 21 alone. Then I want 6 to come to this side. Positive 6 become negative 6, which is equals to 3x. Then finally, 21 minus 6, this will give us 15, then equals to 3x. Then the next thing is to divide both sides by 3, which is 15 divided by 3 equals to x. Then finally, your answer to this question will now be x is equals to 5. So this is the answer to the second question. Let's go to the third one and see. Now, looking at this third one, read it step by step, you will also understand it. It says add 2 to a number. That means you take 2, add it to a number. Let's call the number, let me say y. Let the number be y. That means add 2 to a number. So if y is the number, 2 plus y, you wait and continue. And now say, and then multiply the result by 6. Multiplying by 6 means you should put bracket and put 6 outside the bracket. You now set full stop, then you continue. If this is the same as subtracting 4, so if this is the same, simply means you should put equals to, because whatever I'm going to do next should be the same thing as this 6 multiplying 2 plus x and 2 plus y. So if this is the same, you put your equals to. Is the same as what? Subtracting 4 from. So I'm taking 4 out of the number. Sorry, I'm using y as the number, not x. So subtracting 4 from the number, that means if the number is y, I'm going to take 4 out of it, which is y minus 4. And I'll say, and then multiplying the result. Multiplying the result means you should put 10 outside bracket and close the bracket. So this is interpretation of this word problem. Add 2 to a number, 2 plus y, multiply the result by 6, bracket 6. This is the same as equals to subtracting 4 from the number. That means y minus 4. You are taking 4 out of this number y and then multiplying the result by 10, bracket 10. You can see this work is over. Now you should be able to solve this equation by opening the bracket. 6 times 2, this will give us 12. Then 6 times y, this will give us 6y, which is equals to 10 times y, this should give us 10y. Then minus 10 times 4, this should give us 4. Then at this stage, we collect like terms. I want minus 40 to cross to this side. So negative 40 will become positive 40. It will now be plus 40. Then equals to, I want my 6y to go and meet 10y in the other side. So let this 6y cross over to this side. So if plus 6 cross over, it will become negative 6y. So that is that. So to end this calculation now, 12 plus 40, it gives us 52. Then 10 minus 6, it gives us 4. So finally, to end this solution, you divide both sides by 4. So you have 52 divided by 4, and that will give us our final answer as therefore y is equals to 13. 52 divided by 4 will give you 13. So that is the answer to this question. So take note of this, and this is what we did in class today. Then if you remember, I gave us 3 more questions to practice. So these are the 3 questions I gave us to practice, and you can also solve it in class. But let me just explain them and show you how you can interpret them. Because remember, tomorrow we are writing our first test on simple equation and word problem. And some of these questions, they are going to come out in the test. So you need to practice this question very, very well. So as usual, I will still separate each of these questions on a new slide so that we solve it easily. So if I go to my first slide, so this is the number 1 question from here. And to start, let's get our pen. It said if 5 is subtracted from a number, remember you are taking 5 out of a number. So if the number is p, for example, I will take 5 out of it. So if p is the number, subtract 5 out of it. So it's going to be p minus 5. So 5 is subtracted from a number. So take 5 out of p, and the result is multiplied by 3. So the normal thing, you put your 3 outside bracket, close the bracket. Now say the answer is the same as, that means it's equals to, the answer is the same as adding 1. So you add 1 plus what? Adding 1 to the number. So since I'm using p as the number, so it's the same as adding 1 to the number. So I've done it. Now say and doubling the result. Doubling the result means you should open bracket, put 2 outside, then close the bracket. Now say what is the number? You can see that this work, they're actually easy. So when you open your bracket using the previous example pattern, which is 3 times p and 3 times 5, you will get your 15. Then 2 times 1 will give you 2. Then 2 times p will give you 2p. By the time you go through this video and pause it, watch it again, pause and watch, listen to the explanation, you will see that all this work are actually easy. Now collect your like 10, let p cross over to this side. If 2p cross over to the other side, this is positive p. When it crosses over, it will become negative 2p, which is equals to, then this is negative 15. When it crosses to meet 2 on this side, it will become positive 15. That is plus 15. So finally, 3p minus 2p is going to be 3 minus 2. This is going to be 1, which is 1p, which is the same thing as p. So your answer is p is equals to 2 plus 15 is equals to 17. So this is your answer. You can see the way I'm doing this thing without any difficulty. Take your time and follow this video. You will see that it's not a difficult one. Now, looking at the number 2 from the work I say we should practice in class this morning, you will discover that if I want to solve this first one, it says multiply a number by 4. So 4 is the number, times it by 4. So if the number is x, that means I'm going to have 4x. Remember we said in algebra, 4x means 4 times x. So I don't know the number. If the number is x, so multiply a number by 4, that is 4x. Now say and add 2. And add 2 means just put plus 2. That means 4x plus 2. Now say then multiply the result by 10. That means you open your bracket, put 10 outside, close the bracket. You have interpreted this first part of the question. You have multiplied the number by 4, 4x. You have added 2 plus 2. You have multiplied the result by 10, bracket 10. That is all. Now let's go to the next sentence. It said the answer is the same. Put your equals to if you multiply the number by 6. Now this same number x, they say multiply it by 6. Say if you multiply the number by 6. So start by writing 6x, then add 10, you now put your plus 10, then multiply the result by 5. Open your bracket and put your 5. That is that. Then finally, to solve this, you open your bracket, which is 4 times 10. 4 times 10 is going to be 40. So I'm going to have 40 here, which is 40x. Then 10 times 2 is going to give me 20, which is equals to 5 times 6. I'm going to get my 30x. Then 10 times 5, I'm going to have my 50. Just remember how you open bracket. You say whatever number is outside the bracket, we times the numbers inside the bracket. So 5 times 6, 30, 5 times 10, 50. 10 times 4, 40, 10 times 2, 20. Then collect your like terms. So what I'll do here, I'll take 30x to meet 40x here. And remember the rules. When 30x cross over is a positive sign here, it will become a negative 30 on this side. So that is that equals to, then when positive 20 cross to meet 50 here, it will become a negative 20. So plus 20 here will become minus 20. So take note of that. Then now you do your subtraction and finish your work. 40 minus 30, this will give us 10x equals to 50 minus 20, this will give us 30. Then to end this work, I'll need to divide both sides by 10. So divide both sides by 10, now have 30 divided by 10. And 30 divided by 10, therefore x is going to be equals to 3. So the answer to this question is 3. Simple and very easy. Finally, for our work for today, 15th of January 2026, is this question. We said 9 times a number. How do you interpret 9 times a number? Just put 9. Let me take the number to be y. So 9 times a number, let the number be y. So 9y. Whereas it has 1 subtracted from it. So they say subtract 1 from this 9y. So it will now be 9y minus 1. Full stop. Now say the result is tripled. You know what tripled mean now? That means multiply the result. Tripled means multiply the result by 3. So if the result is triple, that means times 3, put bracket 3, you have interpreted it up to this full stop. The next thing is the answer is the same if you add 7. So the same means equals to, if you add 7, that means 7 plus, so what are we adding 7 to? Add 7 to twice the number. So if you add 7 to twice the number means 2y, because we take y as the number. So add 7 to twice the number. So I've added 7 to twice the number and multiply the result by 7. So multiplying the result by 7 means bracket 7, then you close your bracket. Now what is the number? You are through with that. The next thing is to open bracket by multiplying 2 times 9, giving you 27y minus 3 times 1 will give us 3 equals to 7 times 7 will give us 49. Give us 49. Then 7 times 2 will give us 14, which is 14y. Then collect your like terms. When 14 crosses to this side, you remember 14 is a positive 14. When it crosses to this side, it will become negative 14, which is negative 14y equals to, when negative 3 crosses to this side, it will become a positive 3. It will now be 49 plus 3. Then subtract. Now what is 27 minus 14? So let me do it step by step. 7 minus 4, 3, 2 minus 1, this one. So 27 minus 14 will give me 13. So that is 13y. Then what is 49 plus 3? This one should give us 52. This one should give us 52. Then the next thing now is to divide both sides by 13. By the time you divide both sides by 13, I'll have 52 all over 13. So finally, therefore, my answer to this question is y is equals to 52 divided by 14, that is 4. So the number is 4. So this is the solution to the work we did in class today. Take your time, go through all these videos, look at the solution, pay attention, pause it, watch it, see the way I solved it. You will see that word problem and solving simple equation. See the way I'm solving the simple equation and getting the result. It's actually easy. It's for you to know the terms you are writing down based on the word given, and to know how to open bracket and to know how to collect your like terms, and that is that. So that is all for this class. This is 2 bonus questions I would like us to practice. Just practice these two questions. They are not difficult. Follow the instructions of what we did in class and what I also did in this video. You can solve these two questions, and that is that. Tomorrow, as I said, we are writing our first test for simple equation and word problem. I wish every one of us the best. That is all for this video. Thank you for watching. Do have a nice day.